Now on WRDE Coast TV.
We're seeing areas of fog and limited visibility this morning, and then another nice fall day in store for Delmarva. I'll tell you how warm we get coming up next.
Violent crimes. The first week of October has seen an arrest in a murder case and also a shooting investigation in Sussex County.
New development complaints. While there is some of the usual pushback, a project in the Milton area is also bringing with a unique concern.
Parking controversy in Millsboro. A public street policy has members of one housing development seeking change.
That one is fair down the line. Bohm's going to drive in a run.
Game 1 is won by the Phillies. The defending national champs start the playoffs with a win over the Marlins.
From the beaches to the bay, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV News Today. Your morning news starts right now.
It is Wednesday, October 4th, 2023. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley. Thanks for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour.
And Paige, we start with some fog concern. Maybe not on the main highways as you make your drive this morning, but you did experience some on the back road.
I did. You know, Bob always says that when it's patchy, it can be a little more dangerous because it hits you randomly, and that's exactly what I experienced today. Those back roads, like hitting a wall of fog. So let's bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey. Bob, how long do you think this fog is going to last this morning?
Well, good morning, Paige and Matt. And I think the fog will probably last maybe another 2 or 3 hours. And Paige, you mentioned it exactly. It's that patchy fog where it's clear 1 second and then you're in the fog the next. And I noticed, especially in open areas, you can see it's 2 miles visibility in Georgetown, but much lower in other areas of Delaware. Not as widespread across areas of Maryland. It's cool out the door. You need the jacket. 52 in Delmar, 52 in Selbyville, 54 in Georgetown. Our mornings are beginning to cool down, and the winds are light right now. And besides the fog, we are looking at a lot of clear skies across the area. Once again, we have high pressure in place, and that will keep us high and dry for today. We're looking at another gorgeous day, but we have to get through the morning fog. Here's Futurecast at 9, warming us into the 60s by noon, into the mid to upper 70s inland. A little cooler along the beaches, a bit of an onshore flow there. Look at this, 80 in Millsboro, Georgetown, Seaford by 2:30, and cooler along the coast, and a great looking evening on the way. Day part forecast, lots of sunshine as we're warming into nearly 80 degrees by this afternoon, and light winds at that time. We've got big changes by the weekend with a cold front, rain, and much cooler weather. In fact, the coldest air mass of the season so far. I'll talk about that coming up.
And we have breaking news from overnight. 5 people were shot at a Morgan State University in Baltimore. University police report to have heard gunshots around 9:25 p.m. The victims, 4 men, 1 woman, they were taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police are still searching for the suspect.
We have an update in the case of the Hurlock man who went missing and was found murdered. Delaware State Police have arrested a 17-year-old boy. He is being accused of shooting and killing 41-year-old David Thomas Jr. Troopers say Thomas's remains were found on September 29th in a drainage ditch in Magnolia. That teen was arrested Monday and charged with first-degree murder along with a number of other crimes.
Now we go to Seaford, where police there are investigating a shooting they say happened Monday night. According to the department, officers responded to complaints around 8:18 p.m. in the area of Conwell Street between Spruce Street and 3rd Street. Witnesses say that a man was firing at a group of people and then took off in a white vehicle. Police say they found several shell casings, but luckily no one was hurt. Developing situation in the Milton area. It's about a development called Twin Mass. This land here from our Coast Copter is the site of a proposed project for about 250 houses right off of Round Pole Bridge Road and Hudson Road. Some neighbors have gone to the Planning and Zoning Commission with numerous concerns, from more traffic to the fact that its proximity is to Hudson Fields Airport and being an emergency landing zone for planes. Now, we reached out to the developer, but have not heard anything back at this time.
In Millsboro, the Plantation Lakes neighborhood has a parking predicament. The town is considering a preliminary plan to make parking on the streets along the single-family homes illegal. Even though it's a development, the street is public. Some neighbors, as CoastTV spoke with, say the change won't allow parking for everyone who lives in the area. Ken Christenbury, who lives in a single-family home in that neighborhood, isn't happy about that plan, so much so he has created a petition gaining 539 signatures so far from neighbors who are also opposed.
We believe you're assaulting our property values. We live here, this is our home. This is a hill we will die on. This community, which has a fraction of the traffic, much wider property, so me parking on the curb between my driveway and my neighbor's driveway isn't creating an obstruction, and the townhomes, the driveways are too close.
Millsboro Town Manager Jamie Burke says the town is trying to delineate parking in the neighborhood so people have safe spots to put their cars. Burke says police won't be giving out illegal parking citations in the single-family home section of this neighborhood until a plan is set in place.
Breaking overnight, Phillies take the opener of their 3-game playoff series against the Marlins. Nick Castellanos had 2 doubles, including this one in the 8th that scores Bryce Harper. Game 2 tonight at the Park. First pitch just after 8 p.m. and we'll have more on this game later on CoastTV News Today.
Now we have the latest on the Hunter Biden case in Delaware federal court. On Tuesday in Wilmington, the president's son pleaded not guilty to criminal gun charges. Hunter Biden was arraigned on 3 charges related to owning a handgun while being a drug user. Biden's attorney then entered a not guilty plea on his behalf. Hunter Biden was then released and provided he adheres to several conditions. These include supervision by a U.S. probation officer, not possessing a gun, not using alcohol or drugs, and submitting to a drug test if requested by the probation office.
You are getting a live look now at the U.S. Capitol. Just over 12 hours ago, a historic move by the House of Representatives occurred. For the first time in U.S. history, the House Speaker has been voted out of office. This was a 216 to 210 vote. Lawmakers ousting Kevin McCarthy.
Yeah, the search is now on for a new lawmaker to take that position. NBC's Bree Jackson shows us what led to the vote and what lies in the future of the Republican Party.
The chair declares the House in recess, subject to the call of the chair.
A sense of frustration from some lawmakers following the historic decision to oust Kevin McCarthy from his job as House Speaker. The move comes after heavy criticism from hard-right conservatives who slammed his decision to work with Democrats to avoid a government shutdown.
Doing the right thing isn't always easy, but it is necessary. I don't regret standing up for choosing governance over grievance.
Florida Representative Matt Gaetz led the motion to vacate.
It's the benefit of this country that we have a better Speaker of the House than Kevin McCarthy. Kevin McCarthy couldn't keep his word.
Only 8 members of the GOP voted to remove McCarthy. Democrats sealed his fate.
Nobody trusts Kevin McCarthy, and why should we?
McCarthy's removal has further divided Republicans.
It's disgusting. It's what's disgusting about Washington.
We're all adults here. We're all about making deals and negotiating, and that's the way this place works.
Now, lawmakers must decide who will lead the House majority moving forward. McCarthy says he will not run for Speaker again. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
Representative Patrick McHenry from North Carolina now serves as temporary Speaker. He plans to hold an election for a permanent replacement next week.
Still a lot more news to get to this morning on CoastTV News Today.
Coming up, Paige, Milford in need of more volunteers for its food pantry. How the demand has changed in recent years due to the pandemic.
Also ahead, a special event zone is currently in place in Ocean City. Why one local business owner says this is essential to keeping the streets safe.
And car sales climb despite the ongoing United Auto Workers strike. What one manufacturer is attributing to this spike in sales. CoastTV News Today continues after the break.
The new upscale OC Chopsticks Asian Bistro is the place to go for fresh, hand-selected ingredients used to create the most delicious Asian delicacies. Come dine in, have a drink, and let our skilled chefs prepare your authentic Thai, Chinese, and Japanese dishes. At OC Chopsticks, we take what was good and make it better. Sushi rolls, noodle soups, General Tso's chicken, you see where we're going. Anything made fresh is better. Serving lunch and dinner daily, located at the Ocean City outlets. OC Chopsticks Asian Bistro, we stay fresh.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily Jardiance at each day start. As time went on, it was easy to see I'm lowering my A1C.
Jardiance works 24/7 in your body to flush out some sugar. And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too. Jardiance may cause serious side effects including ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration that can lead to a sudden worsening of kidney function, and genital yeast or urinary tract infections. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction, and don't take it if you're on dialysis. Taking Jardiance with the sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Jardiance is really swell, the little pill with the big story to tell.
Are you tired of contractors not showing up on time or not even returning your call? And why are you still waiting for an estimate? Maybe it's because the sales consultant they sent isn't really qualified to make a proper quote, only to find out the contractor isn't even licensed? That's why thousands of homeowners and businesses trust Delmarva's original crawl space experts. At DryTech, we're certified, trained, licensed, and insured. So your crawl space problem gets solved, guaranteed. Call DryTech today for a free assessment.
5:11 on our Wednesday morning. Be extra careful out there this morning. We're seeing areas of patchy, dense fog. Tyndall's casual furniture cam. Kind of tough to see it here in the dark, but it is out there. Visibility really fluctuating in Georgetown. It's saying 10 miles now, but just a few minutes ago it said 2 miles. So that's the nature of the beast with this fog. It kind of comes and goes and kind of fluctuates across the area. We're seeing lots of clear skies aside from the fog right now as we've got high pressure in place. Make sure you have that jacket out the door. We're looking at temperatures into the 50s. And be extra careful around the bus stop, around the kiddos this morning with that dense fog. 54 kids need the jacket this morning, and then they can carry it home with sunny and warm conditions and a high of 78 later on.
Happening today, millions of phones across the country will sound an alarm. It's part of a national test of the wireless emergency alerts and the emergency alert system. According to the Federal Emergency Management Agencies, these tests are expected to take place around 2:20 p.m. FEMA says cell phones on or within range of an active cell tower for all major wireless providers should receive the test alerts. As long as phones are on, even on vibrate, an alarm should still sound when the alert is received. Property reassessment crews are working to complete data collection in the northwestern side of Sussex County. The data collectors will soon be moving east and begin working in Rehoboth Beach and Lewis. But officials say people will still see them in areas that were previously collected. And they say revisits occur due to new construction and correcting property data that needs to be updated.
Some encouraging news about new car sales. General Motors reported a 21% jump in sales during the third quarter compared to last year. And this despite UAW strike, inflation, and high interest rates. Stellantis, however, which sells Jeep, Ram, and Chrysler vehicles, reported a 1% drop in sales. Ford is expected to release its sale figures later today, but forecasters expect Ford will report an 8% increase in sales. Google is making some changes to help reduce spam. It's adding new requirements for bulk senders defined as those who send more than 5,000 messages to Gmail addresses in a day. They will have to authenticate their addresses and offer a one-click unsubscribe button in their emails, among some other requirements. Those changes go into effect in February. Google announced Yahoo will implement the same changes.
Still ahead, reduced speeds in Ocean City within a special event zone. Details on the increased penalties for violations.
And you'll definitely have to reduce speed this morning with those areas of dense fog out there. Boardwalk Plaza Cam looking pretty good along the coast visibility-wise, but inland we have the dense fog. And once that burns off, a nice day today, we have a couple of more pleasant days on the way. Then big changes into the weekend. I'll have all the details after the break.
When you visit the Delmarva Design Center, you'll experience a selection of appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring all together in one showroom. The 10,000 square foot location has a variety of inspiring samples for any project size or budget. Your dedicated product experts and designers collaborate to bring your dream project to life. Come and see what the kitchen industry buzz is all about. Experience the Delmarva Design Center in Selbyville, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva's coast.
Join us at Big Oyster Brewery on Sunday, October 15th at 8 a.m. for the first Shuck Cancer 5K, a remarkable event dedicated to rallying support for those bravely battling cancer. Profits from the race and sales will be donated directly to Fighting Pretty, a nonprofit organization that helps provide strength, beauty, and empowerment to women in their cancer journey. For more info, visit fightingpretty.org. Coast Country Cares, brought to you by Spicer Brothers.
Did you know that painting your cabinets actually lowers your home value? Brian, what are my options?
Refacing your cabinets. It's faster and less expensive than a tear out and completely restyles your kitchen. You get all new doors, drawer fronts, and new hardware. This is the last chance of the year to get half off installation and no payments, no interest for 12 months.
Call today and Paul Davis can be out to your home as soon as tomorrow for down to the penny pricing on your kitchen.
Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. We are the difference makers.
Coming up this week on the Delmarva Home Show, we're touring a beautiful custom home in Laurel, Delaware. This 5,800 square foot home is located in a quiet neighborhood with access to the river. The living room and dining room area in this home features cathedral ceilings, and the finished basement is the perfect recreation room. You can watch the Delmarva Home Show on Sundays at 11:30 a.m. on WBOC.
It is 5:16 on this Wednesday morning. That is a live look there at Ocean City on our Dry Tech Cam. I know it's hard to tell, but we are seeing a lot of fog this morning, so don't let what looks like some clear skies there fool you. Bob, you were not joking about that patchy fog. It was dense this morning. It was honestly a little scary driving through some places.
It is, too, because you might have your high beams on and then you get into the fog bank and then you notice that the brights don't work so well in the fog. That's why you have to click them back to regular mode and take it slow out there this morning. It's a school morning. Got a lot of kids out and about beginning around 6:30, 7 o'clock. So be careful in the thick fog. 1.75 miles right now in Georgetown, but a lot of outlying areas are seeing that thicker fog, especially away from the coast across Delaware, and some of that fog is reaching into Maryland too around Salisbury. So once again, be extra careful in that fog, and make sure you scan the QR code right there. That will get you to the CoastTV weather app, and you will see temperatures are above average the next few days. Average high now 74. I'm expecting 80 today, 78 Thursday, Friday 77. Then the big change this weekend. We've got a cold front, cloud showers on Saturday 71, and then look at Sunday. Whoa, a high of 63. That's right. We're looking at overnight lows in the 40s as we go into Sunday and early next week. Get ready for that. Temperatures out the door this morning. Feeling fall-like, 51 in Delmar and Selbyville, 53 in Georgetown. But Rehoboth Beach at 59. Winds are pretty light right now, so really not a factor. Aside from the fog, we're looking at clear skies as we've got high pressure in place all across Delmarva and much of the northeast as well. So that will keep us nice and quiet, and temperatures this morning are chilly, but then you can shed the jacket late morning as temperatures surge through the 60s and 70s. And look at this by afternoon, 80 in Georgetown, Seaford, and Milford. Very warm and a little cooler along the beaches with 60s and 70s. And then through the overnight, it will be cool once again, maybe a little bit of fog again in the morning on Thursday, and another warm day with temperatures close to 80 degrees and a few more clouds beginning to increase. As far as the muggy meter goes, it's comfortable to muggy as we go through time, and then becoming especially muggy as we go into Friday as we increase a southerly flow. Out ahead of a cold front, it gets cloudy on Friday with a few showers, and then here comes that fall cold front sweeping through on Saturday. Maybe a rumble of thunder with it. Showers much cooler, becoming blustery, and then by Sunday, look at this, it will be windy and cool with highs only into the 60s, 40s at night as we go through time. Here's Philippe. Remember him? Well, he's a tropical storm now north of Puerto Rico. It will pass well to our east, but it could clip Maine again with some rain and wind. Of course, they had the rain and wind from Ophelia and a couple of other storms as well. Maybe kicking up the waves for us in a few days. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. 80 today, 78 Thursday. Rain on Friday, 77. More rain Saturday, 71. Falling temperatures into the 40s beginning Sunday. 63 on Sunday. Look at that low of 45 by Monday morning. Hello, fall. And 64 Monday afternoon. Beautiful fall weather. Regina Colligan is our umbrella winner from Millsboro. Congratulations, Regina. On your brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
All right, thanks, Bob. A reminder, you can hear Coast TV news and weather updates throughout the day on our family of radio stations. Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 FM, on 93.5 The Beach, and also on Big 107.7.
All right, you can't deny it anymore. Holiday season, it's almost here. That means the return of Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign. Through generous donations from businesses and individuals, every year we do our best to make sure every child has a present to open on Christmas morning. And we do that by supporting nonprofits that handpick families in need. Applications for nonprofits are now open. Those are due October 31st.
Another special event zone is in place in Ocean City. The Endless Summer Cruising event is this weekend. The town wants to keep people safe as thousands of cars are predicted to attend. Coast TV News spoke to a store owner in Ocean City who explains why extreme speeding and reckless driving regulations are necessary.
It's for safety of the people and kids, of course, families, and it keeps the town safer, especially when there's a lot of people around the town.
And all speed limits in town are reduced to 30 miles per hour. Fines are increased, and police could arrest violators for reckless driving. Special event zone will end on October 8th. This does bring us to our Coast TV poll. We are asking, is Ocean City's special event zone needed?
All right, let's take a look at those updated results from overnight. Oh, this actually surprises me. 61% of people say no. A special event zone is not needed. Only 39% of you saying yes. I actually thought it would be the other way around.
I thought it would be, or at least a more even split page.
That's what I think too. Okay, well, hey, if you haven't voted yet, you still can. If you want to give your opinion, head to WRDE.com or our mobile app.
All right, well, after the break, the Milford Food Pantry in search of more volunteers. We will tell you how much more the pantry could be doing if staff increased. Don't go anywhere on Coast TV News today.
Weather shapes our lives. At Coast TV, our First Alert weather team is always at work, ensuring you have the information you need.
So we're looking forward to begin to make its way towards Fenwick Island pretty quickly here.
Because we know how much weather matters to our coastal community.
Make sure you take cover from these storms.
In sunshine or storms, our promise is to guide, inform, and protect.
Make sure you are remaining weather aware tomorrow.
Weather coverage that prioritizes you. Coast TV and the First Alert weather team. Your safety, our commitment.
See the beauty of Delmarva from a bird's eye view soaring over the shore. Mondays on Coast TV News at 6. Brought to you by Morse Roofing and Siding.
Here at Go Glass, we like to bring your home improvement projects to life. We provide modern and elegant glass for any project. Elevate your bathroom with a stunning glass shower to create a spa-inspired atmosphere. Seamlessly connect with your outdoor paradise using our bifold doors. We offer insulated windows, patio doors, tabletops, mirrors, closet systems, screen porches, showers, shelving, glass railing, and much more. Everything available with 0% financing. Start your next home improvement project with Go Glass. Everything glass, friendly and fast. We're proud to be Delmarva's #1 glass company.
Get ready to experience the ultimate sand, sea, and RV lifestyle event at the OCRV Show October 12th to the 15th at the Roland E. Powell Convention Center. Explore a vast collection of new RVs and custom van life builds tailored for those seeking the thrill of life on the road. Enjoy exciting activities like kayaking, supboarding, fishing, and yoga, along with educational speakers, BMX demos, and bay cruises. The OCRV Show is the ultimate event for those who want to learn how to live it up when on the open road. Get tickets at OCRVshow.com and embark on a journey of a lifetime.
Considering clear aligners instead of braces?
Get Smiles Correct at Tillman Orthodontics.
Custom clear aligners made right here in our office.
At a much lower price than other invisible aligners.
It is a better price.
There's no referral needed from your dentist.
With one visit, I got my digital scan and all my questions answered.
The treatment plan, design, production, and your progress is monitored by orthodontic specialists you know and trust.
What's not to love? This is easier. You can only get Smiles Correct at Tillman Orthodontics.
It's Teachers Week, and they bring the school spirit.
Go Lions!
Go Bears! I have a hunch you're fun in class.
Wednesday at 7 on Coast TV.
A growing need for help in Milford means more volunteers are needed. The Milford Community Pantry is looking for assistance to hand out groceries and other essential supplies to those in need. Families the pantry has helped have doubled since before the pandemic.
And now we're only open 2 days a week, but we could go to 3. The other thing we've talked about is having evening hours for those families that can't get here during the day because they are working, but they still need the food.
And the Milford Community Pantry is currently open on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's at the Avenue Methodist Church.
In Ocean City, cleanup dates hosted by the volunteer group Beach Heroes OC have been announced. They take place each Tuesday from the month of 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., which include October 10th at 23rd Street, October 17th at 17th Street, October 24th at 14th Street, and October 31st at 9th Street.
And as we bring back First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey, if they were cleaning up the beaches today, Paige, great day for a project like that.
Absolutely. Have to keep our beaches clean. And keep everywhere clean, but, you know, the beaches too, for sure. And a beautiful day to go to the beach with lots of sunshine. Rip current threat is low. Seas are finally calming down, only about 2 to 3 feet. Lots of sunshine for Ocean City. Beginning in the 50s, but lower 70s for you. Lower 70s for Fenwick Island as well. Up the coast a bit for Lewis. We're looking at temperatures warming nicely into the afternoon to about 73. In Rehoboth, lots of sunshine for you. Temperatures into the 70s. A couple more really nice days. Then big changes for the weekend with the strong fall cold front. More in your forecast coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Also after the break on Coast TV News today, former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy says he won't try to reclaim the position. We have his reaction after a vote yesterday concluded his leadership.
Also, we're getting more information on the shooting overnight at Morgan State University. We'll tell you the early details from police.
And a housing development pushback. Why neighbors are raising safety concerns about the plans for a development coming to Milton. We have all that and more when Coast TV News Today continues.
Appointment out of space?
Yes, next July.
Wow, that's amazing. Oh, I can't change these plans.
We're stealing in the sun next summer. Heist of a lifetime.
The Olympics.
Come on, you in?
Roman Reigns will defend his title against anyone, anytime.
Except next July.
Middays with me, April Brilliant. It's a feel-good show on your radio.
April is the easiest way to get through your workday.
She can play your favorite song.
She can help you find your furry friend.
The easiest way to get through your workday is with April.
She really makes you feel special.
Hey friends, hang out with me weekdays here on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 each day from 10 to 3.
Scoops and scores and Friday night lights. Football coverage like you've never seen before on the Delmarva Sports Network. Live game of the night every Friday, including the pre-half and post-game show, Scoops and Scores. Plus, we'll take you around Delmarva for the latest real-time scores during Friday Night Lights. Tune in to DSN Friday nights this fall season. Scoops and Scores and Friday Night Lights, only on the Delmarva Sports Network. Local teams, big dreams.
I can't get enough of your love. I can't get enough of your love.
Delmarva's classic rock. Big 107.7.
From the beaches to the bay, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV News Today. Your morning news starts right now.
October 4th, 2023. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Paige Marley.
And we are approaching 5:29 on this Wednesday morning. Philly fans, Paige, waking up this morning probably in a very happy mood.
Probably, yes. Well-earned, happy mood. I'll give them that.
Okay.
Look at me.
Very nice of you, the
Burying-
Nationals fan over here.
Yeah, burying the hatchet.
Even Bryce Harper and
don't bring him
I
up.
went down. I went there.
It's okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to sulk for just a minute longer. Let's just send it over to First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey. Bob, if people are happy heading to work today, they still need to slow down, though.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, happy Philly fans definitely have to be careful out there. Everybody has to be careful in some of this dense fog because we're seeing fluctuating visibility. 3 miles in Georgetown. Last check, it was much lower than that. You see this bullseye of white indicating that fog, and some of that is thick, not as thick into areas of Maryland. And it's chilly out the door. Need that jacket, that warm beverage. 51 Selbyville, Del Mar 52, Lewis 57, Bethany Beach at 58. And we've got light winds right now. And besides the fog, lots of clear skies, and we've got high pressure in charge once again. So that means another beautiful day once that fog burns off, and it will burn off around 8 a.m. or so. And we're looking at temperatures quickly warming through the 60s mid-morning. By noon, boy, a perfect day to have that lunch outdoors into the upper 70s. We're talking about many inland areas right around 80 later on, and 60s and 70s along the beaches, and cooling down into this evening. But the fog is a big story this morning for the morning commute. I gave it the yellow light, but then the green light this afternoon with sunny and warm conditions.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. We have more information on the shooting that happened overnight at Morgan State University in Baltimore. The shelter-in-place order has been lifted. This after 4 men and 1 woman were taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. University police report they have heard gunshots around 9:25 p.m. A SWAT team and other law enforcement are continuing to search for that shooter.
We have news from the Indian River School District. A teacher at Howard T. Ennis School was arrested after a 3-year-old student with a developmental delay was left at the playground unattended. This was for hours. Delaware State Police say the student was left on September 18th after several children went away as the teacher was trying to line the students up to leave after recess.
And troopers say the student hid under a piece of playground equipment while everyone else left the playground. They say the student was found hours later when the mother called the school to alert that her child did not come home on the bus.
Indian River School District sent a statement to CoastTV News saying, quote, the district immediately initiated an investigation and is currently working with the family to resolve this matter. Teacher has been charged with a misdemeanor and is off work without pay.
We have some developing news now out of Milton. 249 proposed homes are the center of a debate between neighbors and developers. CoastTV News reporter Charles Reiner shows us why people have numerous safety concerns.
These schematics show what is proposed for Round Pole Bridge Road and Hudson Road right outside of Milton. A development called Twin Masts would bring close to 250 homes right off of Route 1 near Hudson Fields Airport. And it's that close proximity that has pilot John Turtia worried.
If it gets approved, I as a pilot would like to have a safety zone. We call them runway protection zones. So if I have an emergency, I have a place to land. I don't want to land into a house, kill people, and as importantly, kill myself too.
Turtia says the proposed spot for these houses is right in the landing zone for planes if they have an emergency during takeoff. But in a presentation to the Sussex County Planning and Zoning Commission, the developers argued that the land is outside of FAA-protected areas.
We reached out to the developer today for an interview, and we didn't hear anything back.
The developer has already revised its original site plans to address some feedback and concerns. Janet Letty-Gebel lives on Round Pole Bridge Road and says the street cannot support this many homes.
Round Pole Bridge Road is a local farm road, as was stated by the DelDOT expert in the hearing. It's a local farm road, and because this parcel is in state investment level 4, the state of Delaware will not improve the road.
Other concerns voiced to the Planning and Zoning Commission include close proximity to wetlands and the loss of habitat. But the developer argued that no roads or homes would be built in floodplains.
The Planning and Zoning Commission voted to hold off on voting on this proposed development for a future meeting. I'm Charles Reiner in Milton, CoastTV News.
A bicyclist involved in a Tuesday morning crash. This was around 10:45 a.m. Coastal Highway in Bethany Beach. You can see that paramedics responded to the scene. We'll provide updates to this story as we receive more information.
In Seaford now, police are looking for a suspect who they say fired shots at several people Monday night. According to the department, officers responded to complaints around 8:18 p.m. in the area of Conwell Street between Spruce Street and 3rd Street. Witnesses say that an unknown man was firing at a group of people, and then he took off in a white vehicle. Thankfully, no one was injured.
Happening later this week in Rehoboth Beach, it's another review of the Beach Patrol headquarters project. City officials will meet on Friday to discuss the potential alteration of a part of Baltimore Avenue. This meeting relates to the construction of the new Beach Patrol building that will replace the current one that we're showing you on your screen. The proposed reconstruction is expected to bring a 2-story building with public restrooms.
BB Healthcare has announced the opening of the new BB Center for Breast Health on Monday, October 2nd. The new location opened on the Rehoboth Health campus. Patients have access to timely appointments, breast surgeons, nurse navigators, medical and radiation oncologists, diagnostic imaging and lab, and social services, all on that Rehoboth Health campus.
Milton officials and the Drug Enforcement Administration will be giving a public an opportunity to prevent pill abuse and theft. This will be on Saturday, October 28th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And people can drop off expired, unused, unwanted prescription drugs and medications to the Milton Police Department. Service is free and anonymous.
Let's go to Washington, D.C. now. We're going to show you a live look. There's the U.S. Capitol, and Tuesday, there was a chaotic one with the halls of Congress. This is a developing situation. Now, Kevin McCarthy is saying he will not attempt to reclaim his speakership post as House Republicans attempt to identify a new leader. McCarthy held a lengthy news conference Tuesday night following a closed-door meeting with Republican lawmakers. A small group of Republicans were not happy that McCarthy had to work with Democrats to avoid a government shutdown over the weekend, and it was enough to cost the California representative his leadership post.
The right thing isn't always easy, but it is necessary. I don't regret standing up for choosing governance over grievance. It is my responsibility. It is my job.
McCarthy became Speaker in January after he was elected on the 15th ballot, the 5th longest Speaker vote by number of ballots in U.S. history, and the longest such vote in 164 years.
A lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Still coming up on Coast TV News today, Maryland is encouraging you to get up and walk, how the state says you can participate in Walk Maryland Day. Also, Red October in Philly, how the Phillies are poised to make a return trip to the divisional series.
And as we fall into a new season, we also face lanternfly season as well. How to discard of the invasive species if you see them in your area. Coast TV News today is back in a moment.
Fleischer Brothers and Coast TV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva.
We salute Bradley Temeski. At 14, he joined the Bridgeville Fire Company's cadet program in January 2022, upholding a family legacy of firefighting. Bradley is not only dedicated to promoting fire safety, but also shines as a member of Sussex Tech's drumline and golf team. Off the field, he races micro sprint cars and enjoys fishing during his downtime.
If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a Coast TV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
Okay, let's do this. Who am I this time? Witches! Did not see that coming.
There's a lot at stake here.
What's the worst that could happen? Okay.
Living a good life means being healthy. But what does it mean to be healthy and stay healthy? It means getting the right kind of care. Right here. And convenient. It means having the right hospital to coordinate the delivery of health care for the entire community. Atlantic General Hospital. We'll put you on the right path to good health. And keep you there.
Everyone wants a healthy white smile, but the fact is, just brushing your teeth is not enough. Dentists agree flossing is the answer, but string flossing is a hassle. Now there's a better solution. This is the revolutionary new Waterpik Water Flosser, clinically proven to be the easiest and most effective way to floss. It removes up to 99.9% of plaque from treated areas and is up to 50% more effective than string flossing. Brushing, even with an electric toothbrush, only gets the surface, but the Waterpik Water Flosser cleans the areas brushing misses. Now you can have healthier gums and brighter teeth in just a minute a day.
Order now to receive your very own Waterpik Professional Designer Series for just $99.99.
You'll also receive 11 flossing tips. And when you order now, you get the Cordless Advanced for free for cordless water flossing anytime, anywhere, even in the shower. You'll also receive free shipping, so order right now.
5:39 on our Wednesday morning. Be careful out there. We have dense fog. Not showing on our DryTech cam right now. Great visibility along the coast. That's been the case the last couple of days. It's been inland that we have the dense fog. Now 3 miles visibility in fog. You see this bullseye of white across Delaware. That's where the fog is thickest. So use those low beam headlights. Take it slow around the bus stop. Of course, stop for the buses. As we're looking at clear skies, we have high pressure in place. So another beautiful fall day once the fog burns off. It's cool out there. It's cool as low 50s in Del Mar and Selbyville right now, mid to upper 50s elsewhere. Taking a stroll along the boardwalk in Bethany Beach, looking at 50s early on. Make sure you have a sweatshirt, but lots of sunshine, warming close to 70 by 10 a.m.
Fall marks lanternfly season, so it's important to know what to do if you spot one. To prevent large quantities of lanternflies hatching in the spring, it's important to check for egg masses and destroy them. If you find an egg mass, use a stiff card or a putty knife to scrape the mass into a disposable bag. Then, to ensure that those eggs are destroyed, add something like rubbing alcohol or alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Then seal that bag and discard it.
Got plans to add different types of affordable housing in Lewis. It's taking shape there.
According to a recent prevention from the Lewis Planning Commission House Subcommittee, the housing units up for discussion would be on the same lot as a primary house. They could be detached or a converted garage, basement or attic with a separate bedroom, bathroom, and kitchen.
Separate ADUs would be limited to 900 square feet and 1.5 stories. The property would be required to have at least 2 off-street parking spaces.
Rent could be in the range of $800 to $1,200. The Historic Preservation Architectural Review Commission would review any in the historic district. According to the committee's presentation, these accessory dwelling units should be by right in residential zoning districts.
But doesn't include mobile homes or where HOAs or deeds restrict them. Next step include the Lewis Planning Commission's meeting. That's on October 18th.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Postseason baseball kicked off yesterday, and the nightcap was Game 1 between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Miami Marlins. Sold out at Citizens Bank Park, it's only fitting that Rhys Hoskins throws out the first pitch before Game 1, a strike to Kyle Schwarber. Bottom third now, scoreless game. Alec Boehm rips the Jesus Luzardo pitch down the line for an RBI double. Johan Rojas scores. Phillies lead early on 1-0. Fourth inning, 2 on for Bryson Stott. He lines a single off Luzardo. Real Muto comes home to score, but Jazz Hisholm Jr. throws home and gets Nick Castellanos at the plate. The first run still counts. The Phillies lead grows 2-0. Next batter, Christian Pache grounds the single up the middle off Luzardo. Stott trots home. Phillies lead 3-0. We go to the 7th. Miami now down 3-1. 2 on, 2 out. Jose Alvarado on the mound, and he gets Yuli Gurriel swinging. Alvarado fired up after that one. Then to the 8th, some insurance. Castellanos lines this one down the line for a double. Bryce Harper comes around from first to score. The Phillies win Game 1, 4-1. Game 2 is tonight at 8:08 p.m. right back at Citizens Bank Park. A win would move Philly to the NLDS. That'll do it for sports.
We have loads of movie news now, so here's David Daniel with today's Hollywood Minute.
Get in, loser, we're going shopping.
2004's Mean Girls has hit TikTok. Paramount has posted the entire movie on the short-form video service, breaking up its 107-minute running time into 23 clips. Of course, if you want to watch it in one go, it's on streaming, digital, DVD, Blu-ray.
The limit does not exist. The limit does not exist.
Hi. What's your name?
Priscilla Boyer.
You like Elvis Presley?
Of course. Who doesn't?
But only one teenage girl would become the wife of the king. The official trailer is out for Priscilla, starring Kaylee Spaney in the title role. Writer-director Sofia Coppola gives us a different side of the Elvis Presley story, based on Priscilla Presley's book, Elvis and Me. Priscilla opens in theaters November 3rd.
A telescope is a time machine. And JWST can see deeper into the past than any telescope in history.
Deep Sky brings the remarkable images captured by the James Webb Space Telescope to the biggest of movie screens. Here's your first look at the IMAX documentary, narrated by Michelle Williams, which opens in select IMAX theaters October 20th. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
But come this morning, Walk Maryland Day. It's happening today. Details of this month-long campaign across the state.
And we're seeing areas of dense fog, inland parts of Delmarva, but crystal clear on the Royal Plus Cam. Great visibility in Ocean City right now, but take it slow in that fog. That burns off to a beautiful fall day. Some nice weather on the way for the next couple of days. Then big changes for this weekend. I'll have the details on Futurecast coming up.
Before you celebrate your new home, protect your surfaces with HydroShield. HydroShield prevents unwanted stains from penetrating the surfaces in your home. Our eco-friendly formulas eliminate the need for toxic chemicals, protecting you and your family. You paid good money for your surfaces. Protect them with HydroShield. Call today for your free total home protection estimate. And relax, we have you covered.
Learn more about our total home protection at hydroshielddelmarva.com.
Good people sometimes make bad choices. A DUI can happen to anyone, but one mistake shouldn't ruin your life. That's why you need a lawyer. I take time with each client, we make decisions together, and we figure out what's best for you. At the end of the day, I reflect on the relationships I've built and the people I've been able to help. Every client has a story, and every story deserves to be heard. Murray, Phillips & Gay, real lawyers for real people.
Do you know how it feels to change someone's life? Our caregivers do. They change lives every day by protecting the vulnerable, bringing peace to families, and helping people enjoy life once again. Because at Homewell, our caregivers provide far more than just care. They provide hope to make a real difference. Make yourself at Homewell. Apply today. Homewell Care Services. Trusted care. True compassion.
The Baltimore Orioles are the American League East champions. And the Delmarva Sports Network was at Camden Yards for you. DSN was at the game to show you the moment they clinched the title. DSN was in the locker room to bring you the post-game celebration. DSN was the only local sports station to interview the players that turned their dreams into reality. When the big games happen, you can count on the Delmarva Sports Network to make you part of the action.
All right, you guys, it's 5:47 on this Wednesday morning. A pretty nice Wednesday, but we have been just kind of warning people for whenever you tune in, whenever you drive away to work, just be really careful because there is a lot of fog.
Yeah, there really is, and you really have to be careful out there. You could be driving along, and it's clear, guys, for a second. You have the brights on, and then you run into the fog. Then you have to bring those brights down to normal mode with the headlights. We are seeing that visibility that is pretty low in places. Make sure you scan the QR code right there. That will get you to the Coast TV weather app. 3 miles in Georgetown, but much lower visibility in pockets out there, so be careful. 5-day temperature trend, we are looking at above normal conditions. Pretty nice out there for early October. 74 the average high now. I'm thinking 80 today, 78 Thursday, down to 77 Friday. Then we see a sharp cold front coming through this weekend. The leading edge to the coldest fall air mass we've seen so far this season. 71 on Saturday, and by Sunday, a high of only 63. That's right. Break out the flannel and the PSLs. We're looking at temperatures this morning in the low to mid 50s. You need that warm beverage. 52 in Selbyville, 54 in Georgetown and Redden, 58 Bethany Beach, and 59 in Rehoboth Beach. Winds are light. That'll be the case pretty much all day as we're looking at clear skies. Aside from the fog, looking at wall-to-wall stars out there right now, and that will lead to sunshine later on as we have high pressure all across the East Coast. That extends into the Ohio Valley, but then here's the cold front we're watching across the Central Plains, already kicking off storms through Texas into the Midwest, and some of the storms might be on the severe side for them. But today, nothing severe about our weather. Warming up into the 60s mid-morning, and then by this afternoon, a lot of inland locations right around 80, but cooler 60s and 70s along the beaches. For tonight, another clear night. Could see more patchy fog in the morning, and then by the afternoon, much like today, close to 80 degrees inland areas, maybe even 81 in Del Mar and Seaford. A little cooler along the beaches with an onshore flow and a few clouds. And then those clouds increase even more as we go into Thursday night. And then we go into Friday. We thicken up the clouds. Could see a few showers as we go through the day. But the main cold front starts to move through as we go through Saturday. It sweeps through with rain, cooler weather, and maybe some rumbles of thunder as well. Then that rain gets out of here by later Saturday. Then by Sunday, it's breezy and much cooler and drier. And as far as the tropics, we're still watching Felipe now, a tropical storm north of San Juan, Puerto Rico. It'll be moving north, but well off the coast from us, but could clip eastern Maine with some rain and wind. They had some rain and wind from storms earlier in the season. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 80 today with the sunshine, 78 on Thursday, Friday 77 with the rain and cooler, Saturday 71, and then we begin the 60s, breezy conditions on Sunday. Overnight lows Sunday morning 49 down to 45 by Monday morning.
All right, thanks, Bob. Already active hurricane season could become even more eventful in its final stretch. The number of storms tend to drop off toward the end of October, with El Nino dominating and suppressing hurricane activity, but that might not be the case this year. More storms could possibly develop in the open ocean where temperatures are unusually warm. The Atlantic season has had 18 named storms so far, which is already above average.
Cleaner, smarter cars on roadways in Maryland. MDOT announced that the modernized vehicle emissions inspection program regulations will go into effect today. Under new program rules, car models 2019 or newer with original ownership are exempt from emissions testing for the first 6 years of the car's life. Change of ownership and out-of-state vehicles will continue to be treated as used cars and will be tested 2 years after the vehicle is purchased. After the initial test at the 6-year mark, testing is required every 2 years.
Happening today, the simple activity of walking is being celebrated in Maryland. It's actually being celebrated all month. MDOT is encouraging people to participate in Walk Maryland Day. It's a call to action to support safe walking across the street. This day is part of the month-long campaign of Walktober. See what they did there? Educational opportunities and other walk-related events will be offered throughout the month by MDOT.
Play, it's more than just fun and games. Coming up, we'll show you that for some children, play can actually change their lives.
Watch for fog early today. Visibility pretty low in spots. That burns off into another nice fall day. Big changes this weekend with a strong fall cold front. I'll have the 10-day forecast indicating those changes coming up after the break.
On Coast Life, step into the heart of the Redbird Legacy Foundation's mission. Salute the selfless dedication of a Sussex County community beacon and set the Halloween mood with DIY spiderweb placemats. Today at 4 on Coast TV.
Elmer's Market, located on Route 404 in Georgetown, offers local produce, meats, seafood, and delicious baked goods. We're more than just a produce stand. Take a stroll outside to our garden center. We have perennials, shrubs, trees, and decor for the yard. Fall is here. Stop for our selection of mums and pumpkins, plus activities for the kids. If you take a picture and tag us on Facebook, you'll receive a 10% discount from us. Elmer's Market, produce, grocery, and garden, bringing you fresh local quality at its best.
We'll go dancing, dancing, dancing with your shadows, dancing with your shadows.
I know I used to be crazy. That's 'cause I used to be young. Dance the night away.
1025 WBOC.
Get hooked on the freshness. For almost 40 years, Harbor House in Seaford has been providing fresh, local seafood. And today we are still your one-stop shop for the freshest local seafood, plus amazing prime black Angus beef as well. From filet mignon and New York strip to ribeye and so much more. We've got all your favorite cuts. From land to sea, surf and turf has never been this fresh. Harbor House Seafood, your surf and turf market in Seaford, Delaware. And online at harborhouseseafood.com.
Join us for the 5th annual fundraiser to support the Community Resource Center, Building Bridges for Neighbors in Need. Thursday, October 12th from 6 to 9 p.m. Enjoy an open bar, delicious food stations, and live music by Benny Preston. Tickets are $80, with proceeds benefiting Community Resource Center programs, including food rescue, baby pantry, emergency financial assistance, and the Job Center. For more info, visit RehobothCommunityCenter.org.
From the pitch to your living room, high school soccer lives here on the Delmarva Sports Network. Local teams, big dreams.
Playing, it's a rite of passage for children, but not all children get to enjoy a playground, birthday party, or even recess.
Yeah, some kids born with complex disabilities like cerebral palsy or Down syndrome, they're often left out, or their disability makes them unable to participate. Marty Salt shows us a new program that's making a difference.
Like every child, 4-year-old Marley Ellison loves to play. But
Marley has seizures every day.
Marley was born a micropreemie.
She was only 1.5 pounds.
Diagnosed with cerebral palsy, Marley goes to therapy 9 times a week. But one therapy is different from all the rest.
Hello, Mama. It's nice to see you today.
Marley is part of an innovative program that uses play to help develop communication and motor skills.
What we know is that all children have a desire to play, but they need to access that play differently.
Pediatric physical therapists and speech therapists work together to help children with complex conditions reach their full potential.
So as my colleague is working on positioning and seating and mobility, and I'm working on communication, the child is getting the benefit of all of those kinds of approaches at once, which is the way that development occurs.
Helping children like Marley express themselves.
Marley's really good at using her facial expressions, her body movements, her gestures to communicate with her environment and with the people and her peers.
There you go. I think what we've seen with her is really increased engagement with her peers, increased engagement with us.
It's hard to find moments where I can see, oh, Marley actually enjoys that. But I do see that here.
Seeing progress through play. I'm Marty Salt reporting.
It is 5:56 this morning. Time to check in with our coastal pet of the day, brought to you by Maggie's Pet Boutique.
And we got 2 today, Paige, Blanca, and Sydney.
Oh, yeah.
And these 2 sweet pups love when the weather is nice enough just to hang out and chill. And of course, they never forget those cool-looking shades. Both have brought so much love to their family. Blanca and Sydney, they were sent to us by Denise.
That is incredible. I'm going to need all these pet owners to let me know how they get their pet to sit still for so long with something on their face.
And pose with a great pic, like a smile.
Right, that's amazing. I love that photo. Keep sending us photos just like that one. Tell us what makes your pets so special.
You can email us at content@wrde.com. Then you can watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
All right, it's 5:57 now. It's time for a quick look at your forecast before you head out your door.
Yeah, if you're heading out, be alert for some patchy fog, Bob.
Yes, indeed, and some of that fog is dense, so watch out for that. Be careful around the school buses. But once that fog burns off, we're in good shape. Grab the jacket out the door. Look at this, 53 between now and about 7 a.m., then warming through the 60s into the upper 70s, close to 80 later on. In fact, that's my predicted high for today. Paul Davis 10-day forecast, 78 Thursday, increasing clouds. Showers Friday, 77. More showers Friday night into Saturday. That's a strong fall cold front right there. And then 63 on Sunday. Look at the lows beginning Sunday morning, 49 down to 45 Monday morning. Beautiful 60s for highs and sunshine Monday through Wednesday.
All right, thanks, Bob. Coming up in our next hour, Morgan State shooting, where the search stands for a suspect who injured 5 people. That story and more when Coast TV News Today continues.